It's coming back up. Hopefully. I might have to futz around with something later. If this dies again. We back! We should be back.
Alrighty.
I should rename the YouTube video.
Hello. We are back. We are here. We are queer.
I don't usually have to.
Oh, just in time for Jawline to pop in. Hello,
Oh,
hello.
welcome. Hello. We're back. Alright.
Blame OBS, you guys. It did a weird.
It did a weird.
Canadian, I have to ask, did you bring the scuff with you tonight?
Yeah, really.
Have you brought the scuff? This hasn't happened in a while.
No. I think I just gotta make sure to update my OBS. Sometimes I'm lazy. Not sometimes. I'm fairly lazy because it's like I only open it before stream. And so it's like, I can't update now. But
You always want to update at the worst possible time.
it's just like new. Okay, I need to do something here. With this one? This one has to go... Where is it? Not vertices info. How do I do it on the other thing?
Hello, we are back.
Hello.
Let's see. I think YouTube started up again too.
Everything should be up. It looks like everything's up right
right
now. It is always Canadian Lucifer. Hello, Mason.
Yep, it looks good.
And Allie and Jim for the first time. And Pastry Puff
Yes.
back and Penguin back. Alright.
Welcome,
I'm
welcome, one
trying-
and all.
I did a fancy thing with something, and now I'm trying to figure out... Ah, there it is. So I can't do it on all this other stuff. Yeah, okay. So I have to do it... I think it's just... And now we have to do the whole thing. Okay, 1, 2... Come here, come here, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on you. And then we need to make it so when it comes down, draw order is 0.
Nice.
That did not do it. Why did that not do it? Because I'm on the wrong arm. That's why. Because I did it on
That
the
is
wrong
not what
arm.
I want to click on. Damn it.
Is there over here?
Looks like we each got
Yeah,
our side
no.
projects tonight.
No. No. That. So now that's not 0. That should be 0. Yeah, so we come behind. And then I need to do this one. So you come behind here. Perfect. Okay, that's my little... Most of my body X, my body Z, and then we're gonna do a little more with it, I think. With the torso.
How much more? That is the question.
I just wanna... I think I'm gonna need one more deformer of the head and the torso in one of these. And I want to move from the core out. And I Stop. I need... Where's torso? I need torso to be in here. And I need head to be in here. Okay. Can I select... Pull it out. Can I now drag it in?
Can she do the hokey pokey? Maybe by the end
okay.
she will, Mason.
Okay. Now I can do this. And then I should be able to do that.
I love the little shift. It looks like she's about to go into a dance.
Why is my neck not a part of it?
Cute. Oh no!
Okay. Fixed. Uh-oh, not fixed. Stop. Okay, we're all in to this together. Now the neck in the thing.
No.
And we add the parameters. That means I'm learning left. Yeah, so I want this to rotate a little to the right. And then reflect the motion. I hope I didn't screw up. I did a little just because the collar needs to go in here too. Okay, so I'm doing left means left. Okay, means come here. Ah, shit. Keep doing this. Wrong thing. That one. Left means right.
Did you do the Lammy
Reflect.
dance?
So who wants a Lammy?
Do the Lammy dance.
There we go. There it is. And give me the ponytail back. There it is. And now let's look. Oh no! What the fuck?
You cleaved her!
I cleaved me. I'll have to figure that out in a second. I just want to make sure everything else works.
Guys, you ever breathe so hard your torso just lifts off your hips?
Alright. Let's figure out what the fuck is happening there. Why does that happen?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Don't.
Ah. I know what I did. Why are you like angled though? When you come up, why do you breathe to the side? It's very weird. Okay, that looks more right. All right, we good? We good? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna do something and I'm gonna delete this because I don't really need it. Can I don't know if I can delete a deformer, but okay. want to... delete? Okay, why is this being weird now?
Why is it being weird? That is the question. She Z'd so hard. And she didn't even need wings to do it. That was impressive. It mostly reminded me of that one scene from Beetlejuice where you see the lady in half on the couch. Her legs are in one place, her torso is in another.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe I'm getting. And Beetlejuice vibes are never a bad thing, so I see this as a win. I see this as a win. Oh, guys, you only got a few more days to put in your votes for the anime awards. Get them in. Honestly, the nominees are so friggin' stacked. I had a really hard time picking. A lot of my bias came out. Hello, S-Chalk. Welcome back. Ori accidentally,
I didn't do
not
anything.
decapitated herself, but,
Oh, that I did do.
cut herself in half, sadly. The Pluto trailer. No, I still need to, S-Chalk. I was in Apothecary Diary hell last night, sadly. Squish. But I do need to get that Pluto trailer a watch, and I will. All the poses happening here, Jesus. This is just entertaining.
Because I gotta make them all work now, together.
Lean to the right.
And apparently with my torso is where the weirdness happens.
I guess because of that little corset piece?
No.
Oh.
I don't exactly know. I don't exactly care to figure it out that hard right now. If I can make it functional, that's my goal.
Functional is good. We like functional in this house. Sometimes that's all it's gotta be.
Okay. And if I synthesize your corners, are we gonna die? So I'm actually gonna save as another one. Just in case I could go back to where I fucked up before. Oh my goodness. We're finishing this tonight, guys. I promise. I need it to happen. I want it to be done.
It will happen. Have faith.
Okay.
Math, but all the Amachocks are Cerci. I could see Cerci being terrifying. Yeah, just throw some blood and sharp teeth. Well, actually, we did get the teeth one night, and those were terrifying.
Ah, see, these are weird. Okay.
I love the cute little arms behind the back pose. That is adorable.
It's nice, but it's weird when the arms are, like, coming out like that, so I have to change it. She has it for this one, but not the other one.
I guess maybe just, like, keep them behind the back?
No, that's what I had to change at the beginning of stream because it fucked with the physics in a way that I was unable to remedy. So what am I doing here? It's the X with this one.
None of us will ever forget those teeth. Those teeth were terrifying.
Well, they come back, so.
Actually, I got fun news when I went to my dentist appointment this past Saturday. Gotta get my wisdom teeth out. Yay!
We've frozen.
I
Okay, we're
avoided
back.
it for so long. Now
Okay,
I gotta
I don't
do
want
it, and
that.
I don't wanna. Oh, c'est la vie, I guess. C'est la vie.
Yep.
Aw, I'll still be wise even without my teeth. Thank you.
This one is
Unless they
further.
put me fully under, I will not do it. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, no, either anesthesia or hit me over the head with a brick. I don't care. I just don't want to be awake. Well, for the joke answer, Mason, I have no idea. They want to keep us all dumb. But for the real answer, apparently the wisdom teeth are kind of superfluous, kind of like the appendix. We've just, evolutionary-wise, we've outgrown them, so much so to the point that
They don't
people are
even-
starting to develop without their wisdom teeth. Like, I don't even have my bottom ones. They never developed. They never formed. I only have my top ones.
They don't connect when
Which is
you
crazy.
chew either.
Yeah, well, originally they were thought to be for ripping apart larger chunks of meat, like raw meat in the past. Which makes sense, because, like, those are the grinding trick. The grinding teeth. There we go. Blech.
Goodness.
Yeah, I don't know. Words were not happening for me right there for a second. It's gonna be so painful! Allie!
It's fine. Mine was easy.
Well, Allie, it was interesting. Originally, they weren't an issue because they weren't crowding out the other teeth. I only have 2 of them. I don't have all 4. And one of them is impacted where it's starting to show, but it's not out fully. The other one is coming out fully, and it's been out. Now it's starting to push into the other teeth, and it's becoming an issue. It wasn't an issue for the longest time, and I was like, ooh, yay, maybe I could be one of those people where I get to avoid this procedure. Nope, not lucky enough. And thus, this will be the year I get them removed. And even more fun, it's going to be the week before my very last week at the school with my kids. Literally, I'm going to have my teeth taken out right before the last week of school before summer starts. Like, gotta love that timing. That's great. Based. We stan. You don't have depth perception. Interesting, Canadian. The instant surgery trick. What is the
Wait, what
instant
happened?
surgery trick?
You
I put
go
my teeth
under.
out of my dead cold hands.
You go under and then you wake up and it's done.
Yeah, that's the big thing, Allie. They are harder to remove as you get older because the bone develops more, and then the nerves become more, I guess, distinct. So it's a lot harder to remove. Even my dentist was like, I literally turned to my dentist and I'm like, okay, how much of a problem is this? Would you recommend this be done this year? And he was like, it's not an emergency, but consider 2-3 months. I'm like, okay, I'll schedule the appointment now just to get it off my plate. Get it done young. Might as well. Seeing gore of your favorite comfort character, oh no! I'm hoping they just knocked me out. The last time they pulled a tooth out of me, I think I was like 9, maybe even younger. And guys, when I was losing my baby teeth, I did not want to pull any of them. Like, I was just so freaked out by the pain and the blood. I did not want to pull them. I let them fall out of my head. Or sometimes they just stay in there until it happened, until they got too
Why?
loose that it just had to happen. Why?
No, I'm decapitating again.
Oh, because I was about to say because I was a chicken shit, but if you're not asking the question, then I won't answer.
No,
But
it's
what happened during that dentist visit, I went back. I had a particularly loose tooth. I think it was on the bottom of my mouth. And the dental assistant at the time, she was an older lady. And I could tell she was so over working with the kids. Like she was not entertaining the I don't want to open my mouth. I don't want to bullshit at all. She was like, think your classic strict school teacher with the stick to hit the kids. That's what this woman was, and she was horrifying. But she goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna poke it a little. I'm just gonna poke it." And I'm like, "Okay." Open my mouth wider. This lady grabs onto that tooth and pulls, and it does not come out. It's looser. It wasn't as loose as
this
it
is
could have been,
horrifying. I'm hating this story.
but it's literally hanging on by a thread. And it's dangling out of my mouth. And I'm like, holy, like, I felt the word fuck you before I even knew what it meant. Because I was like, no, you are not getting back in my mouth. She's like, I just have to pull it one more time, just one more time. And I'm like, evil witch, get away from my mouth. She did end up pulling it out the rest of the way because I was young enough. My mom was with me at the time, so she was like, "Mars, just open your mouth. It's gonna be over. I'm right here with you." I'm like, "Okay," but I was like, I was in tears because it hurt when she did that. It was not as loose as she thought it was. It was still connected. You witch. Oh. Yeah, it took me a long time to trust dentists after that. I got a new dental assistant after that because I was like, Mom, I am not going back if that woman is there.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
I don't care if it's 6 months later. I'm not seeing her again. Give me a new one. Give me a new one, please. I'm not seeing her again. The string in the door trick. See, Penguin, good idea, but I would have known immediately what was going on. She tricked me. She said she was just gonna push it and touch it. And then she grabbed it out of nowhere and yanked. I'm like, one, lying to a child, how dare you? Two, you didn't ask for my consent to pull my tooth. Little Mars learned a lot that day. Don't trust dentists. Do I have an evil teacher tier list? Well, I gotta say, Astruck, I haven't had too many evil teachers. I've definitely been fortunate. There
I know
was
of one.
substitute
I have one.
in my elementary school that was on everyone's shit list, basically. Any class that had her for the day, we would all like we'd be walking in the hallways, we'd see them going to gym, and this sub would be leading them, and we'd look at each other like war veterans sharing a moment and just be like, good luck, you're gonna need it. Like the kids in that class, if they had her for the day, we didn't give them any shit. We knew they were suffering enough. No one got teased in that class, no one got bullied. We were like, okay, they're off the table for today. They're already suffering. But that lady was so mean. The one instance I remember about her was when, two instances actually. I remember one time she yelled at my friend for throwing out her garbage. Here's what my friend did. She was finishing her snack, and this sub was in the middle of talking. She was like explaining something. I don't think it was the lesson because again, we were eating snack, so it shouldn't have been an issue. But my friend got up to throw out her wrapper. She was done eating. She puts it in the garbage, and the sub lost her mind. She was like, "You're going to stand up and throw out garbage while I'm talking? That is disrespectful, young lady. Get back up here and get your trash. You're gonna hold on to it until I'm done." She made my friend walk to the front of the room, take her trash out of the can, and walk back to her desk with it. My friend was sobbing. She was so it was humiliating. And we all knew it too. We all knew it. We knew this lady was a bitch. The other instance I remember was when some people in the class weren't listening. And it was like, yeah, unnecessarily vindictive,
Okay.
Definitely. Biggest ego on this woman I've ever seen. She was an older lady. You could definitely tell she taught through the, I'm gonna say 70s and 80s because she was older. But there was another instance where even though she was a sub, now subs can assign homework. That's usually not an issue. But we were in like 4th grade and she was assigning homework for every single subject. And it wasn't like a worksheet. She was telling us to read 20 pages of a chapter and then gave us 20 questions to answer. Homework that she would not be evaluating later on because she was just a sub. She was only there for the day. So why is she assigning homework? It's not like she's going to see it. It's not like we're going to turn it into her. She wasn't following a lesson plan. She was just doing her own damn thing. And I remember so vividly, she left the room for whatever reason. And the guys went up to the board. No, here's what happened first. Now it's coming back to me. She left the room. I don't remember why, but we had a teacher aide. And we started telling the teacher aide, like, she signed all this homework. Like, she's not even our teacher. We can't do this many pages a night. Like, it was also spring, so everyone either had, like, some kind of sport going on or some kind of club. They were like, we literally don't have this much time. Like, why are we doing this? And the aide was like, you're right, that's not fair. Some of the boys took that as the go-ahead to erase the homework board. So when she came back and saw that the homework she assigned was erased, oh, she was mad. She assigned even more homework. She took away our recess for the day, too. And she made us put our heads on our desk and stay like that for the rest of the day.
Oof.
This woman was nuts. No fond memories of this woman. Maybe she was a lovely person outside the school setting. I will never know. But she should not have been around children. She was just mean. Look in the couch. Let me see. Okay, that's a long one. I'm gonna have to read that later.
And then this.
Do just like the power. And sadly, and this is what I see a lot, even in my practice, adults love exercising their power over kids. And that's really sad. I don't know why they feel the need to do that. I don't know why it's so common, but I'm glad we're seeing more of a push to come down to kids' level and meet them where they're at. That's what I try to do in my practice. And like, I will never be like that woman. I would not, I could not wake up and live with myself if I acted like that. Putting heads on desks. She turned out the lights and she was basically like, you're gonna sleep for the rest of the day. I don't want to hear anything out of you. Hey, she was something else. I'm surprised the school kept hiring her back because it must have been out of, I don't mean to say supply and demand, but that's the only phrase coming to my mind at the moment. Like, there must have been a need for subs because the amount of complaints she got, the amount of, even the other teachers didn't like her. So I'm like, how she lasted that long as a sub? It must have just been because she was a sub and she wasn't around that often. But it was still enough for all of us to know, ooh, yeah, if you have her, you're gonna have a bad time.
She moves!
She does!
This is pretty wild.
That is so cool.
This is pretty wild.
I noticed some things in high school. A teacher tried to convince me that calling someone lesbian was insulting. That's a choice.
Is she perfect? No. But honestly, pretty freaking neat.
No, teachers do not get paid enough, Estrock.
The mouth movements
no
aren't...
decapitation.
Yes, I had to redo a whole thing. But the mouth movements aren't very smooth, but I'm very certain that that's just a way this is playing, and it will obviously be smoother when I'm an actual person talking.
There is hope. There was a lot of progress, Penguin. It's
I mean, it's
we're
pretty
in
cool.
the end game. It's because we're in the end game.
It's because, yeah, we're in the very, like, easy part of stream, of the editing. So, can I have my Hori back? My Falcos? Thank you.
Can Ori have her Hori?
Yeah, it wasn't even the Hori, it was my Falcos.
Or for Hori?
But, alright, there we are.
Oh my gosh, how cute!
Alright, she did it! I did it! We did it!
You
She's
made
done.
a VTuber!
I made a VTuber! Now I have to,
Holy
by
shit.
myself, go and refine her with the phone and everything. But that's another time.
Good luck.
But look at that! I did it! And she has a little bit of steppy motion going on. She can pose a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that was with the hair, but that's okay. I don't really care that much. I don't care enough to want to fix it. There we go. I did it. I made a VTuber. And there she moves around. A bit like a robot, but you know, when I'm a person, it'll be better. We can see. I'm going to spend a maximum of like till 10 o'clock seeing if I can manage to export her really quick and actually do it. But I have to look at that again. Merely Lufin. What I want. Get me to the export. Yes. I don't need this sound. I literally just need to see the way that you do in the end bit. Not idle animation. Toggles. Textures and export. Okay, we do the textures. I did that already. Then what do I do? Okay, hold on. I have the sound on. File. Export for runtime. Export MCO3. Cool.
And bring out the teethier version for Halloween. Ooh, good idea.
Okay, make sure the top says what? Wait, go back. You told me things and I missed them. Yes. Yep, okay.
We gotta learn some more.
All good, all good. Cool. Click OK.
I recommend saving it in the VTube Studio model folder. You can find that by going to VTube Studio, import your own model, and open folder. And once you find
Okay, this one. Nope. She said doing it by opening a different app, so hold on. If we crash, it's my fault, and we won't do it again. But I think we'll be okay. Oh. Thank you, Steam. What are we doing? Thursdays now? So Thursdays will always be making time as an average thing. Currently,
oh yes, because there's always something we have to make time for.
There's always stuff I want to be making that I need to make time for. And currently, I believe...
And Mars appreciates the making time,
we're
too.
We're actually not going to do this now, solely because there's a bunch of things I would have had to do. So we're not gonna do that. We don't get to test her. That's okay. I'll deal with that off stream, and then we can test her another time. No, what we're going to be doing right now is that I want to make a VTuber finger cursor. So I can actually, I'll get up the thing. Okay, are you actually gonna close? I need you to actually close. Let's save this one more time. And then you can actually close. Right, Allie? And so it's really cool. And hopefully I will find the time to make it work so that I can show her off on stream briefly next week. Fingers crossed. There is like a fair amount I have to like fine tune to make her like work for me. And I have to figure out like how to set up the phone so that it captures me the best. Because I will admit, my desk setup is kind of weird. But I'll figure that out.
I have seen it and can confirm, yes.
Thank you, Allie. I'm very happy that it's finally come to this. But the other making time thing that I would probably do, S-Struck, is I would probably do the art that I have to do for the videos that Cerci's for. So they're all for trees, and I like to make a character based on that tree. It was really fun. We did it over a year and a half ago now.
Oh, geez, has it really been that long?
Yeah, because it was December of 2023.
Jesus.
And so, would they ever want one? I think Mars would think it's cool. Dylan does not. Mostly because of the technical things, I think.
Wouldn't say no to a model.
Yeah. But you'd have a lot to learn.
Have a use for it. Maybe sometime in the future. Way, way future.
I think my biggest goal of the channel that I'm going to use her for... yeah, the Christmas tree one. Yeah, ZC. And so I have other, like... I have, like, different videos I want to do, and I want to, you know, have, like, a little... Because basically, I'm gonna be, like, an art commentary channel, but not somebody that commentaries on art. Somebody that talks about trees while there's a speed paint mildly tree related in the background. And, like, probably some sort of PowerPoint. Still figuring it out a little bit, because I'm trying to limit the scope of how much effort I have to put in on the front end. Right? And I like having the, like, one art piece, you know, going on. But, not the front end, actually. How much work I have to put in on the back end. And at one point, the original idea was doing that, like, chalkboard thing. Really draw on the chalkboard. But I'm too perfectionist for that. I can't make myself just doodle while I'm talking. Really tough. That's literally the goal, Allie. Lorax ranting... tree tuber. But the goal with the channel would honestly be, I hope that it gets enough traction so that I could pay somebody to rig my model actually, and I could just do the art again. Part of me is like, this is really cool, there's a lot to learn, and I did learn a lot doing it, and I did overall enjoy the process. There were frustrating parts, and I definitely like settled on a bunch of it, but I definitely learned a lot of like other things that I would add if she ever did get a 2.0, right? Like different like there's a fair amount of stuff I learned. So I think there is a possibility of having a Cerci 2.0 one day eventually, whether rigged by me or not. But there's a lot to do with like the art. That was just a limiter on how I rigged her. And that's just a learning experience as well. So there's like other art-related things I would have to do to make her perfect. And it was honestly more annoying, in my opinion, to try and add them after the fact. So it stopped making it worth it. But I also learned a lot of things along the way. So, very cool thing to do.
That's the lesson of the story.
Yeah, we're gonna make a new... New thing that I like the square. So this, well, what's actually going to be wild about the cursor thing, the cursor thing does not have a step-by-step process, as it's something that I haven't seen a lot of people do to the extent that I'm going to do it. I've been inspired solely by one person who's done it, who does not have a tutorial, but has, like, the equivalent of a speed paint of them doing it. So you can see their whole process, but they have no words about it. You know, there's no explanation. So there will be sort of a learning curve there. Yeah, so Canadian Lucifer, the cutting is definitely... what I found really wild about is, like, the way that, like, my art style is, and, like, other more sort of, like, cartoony style. I'm, like, somewhere in between with the level of rendering, but I'm definitely not the level of rendering that you see, like, a lot of VTubers at, with, like, really painterly styles going on. Because what's wild to me is they'll draw the model fully, and then they'll cut it afterwards. And that's, like, a nuts thing in my head to even contemplate having to do it that way. I did it where it's like I went into it fully being like, all right, this is how these pieces will move around. And then with my art style, it did mean that honestly I should have had more pieces. And that sort of thing. Like, and there was definitely a bunch of parts where I, like, gave up on. Like, I didn't do the nose exactly how I would have done it, because it just, like I said, the adding pieces after were tough. They were just frustrating, so I didn't do it. So if there is a 2.0, I'm gonna make sure that she's, like, all the pieces at the beginning. Yeah, exactly, Canadian Lucifer. The other thing I would toy around with the next time is having the face... So I tried to do it, but I did it wrong because I didn't understand what was happening. But having the face outline be a separate layer, but when they say that, it's actually filled in and then just slightly bigger than the face to make the outline. But so you can move them separately, so it gives an effect of you can, like, put... It works really well. I can't explain it very well. But it's good. And there's a lot of... It's basically because you can, like, mask stuff over it. So the lines can, like, cross over and, like, appear and disappear. And I definitely would want to work with that a little more. I definitely found, like, the way I did the sleeves definitely made it not, like, perfect. I would probably next time in a 2.0 hand mesh more. The tutorial that I followed definitely was more like a, this is a beginner, like, get out there, make a model sort of thing. And, yeah, the illusion of depth, that's the whole name of the game. Get out there and, like, make your model. The other big thing, Canadian Lucifer, I greatly underestimated how much, like, underneath you would have to do, right? I had a lot of gaps when I was rigging Cerci that would be solved if I just did more underpainting. That's not the right word, but, like, if I did more of, like, what's behind it, more detailed, because it shows, like, a lot more of it shows than I expected it to, basically. So, like, at the elbow joints and at the, like, legs and the neck, it was just, like, there needed to be a lot more stuff going on.
I see.
I keep trying to make this. Became Saw and made a VTuber. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's find the video I'm talking about.
A lot was accomplished here.
Live 2D bunny cursor. This is what I want. Don't give me sound. Stop. Thank you. This is not what I want. You have a live cursor too? Ooh, okay. I've seen somebody else do something like this too. It's not a hand. Nobody's ever done a hand like that I'm seeing on the internet. I don't think nobody's ever done a hand. But like, they're, they have little dudes holding the thing, the pen and everything, basically. That's what they do. Okay. So they have it where the pencil or pen kind of flips side to side depending on what like side of the monitor you're on or not.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want that because the finger is gonna go one way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The finger doesn't need to be able to rotate like that. I don't need the finger to have an illusion of death like that. Yeah. It doesn't really need to happen. The big thing I want is the click. That's very important to me. Yeah, like that. Okay, so what I want I want Vtube Studio mouse tracking parameters. That's what I want to know. This is not what I want. I want this, please. Okay. Set tracking mouse.
Why, pray tell, did I just get logged out?
I know what
that
I
makes
want.
no sense.
Okay, we're gonna go to your thing, because this is how I know how to do this. It's from this. Alright, mute you. I mean, I'm probably only gonna take a couple more minutes to look at this, and then I'm most likely just going to draw it, because that's the first part I have to do anyway.
Ah.
Model only tracks mouse position. Yes, that's what I want. Keyboard shortcuts, swap between the brushes. Yes, that's what I will be doing for his different movements. Very good, that's what I want.
Sounds like exactly what you want.
That's what I want. Okay. That's what I want to see. I want to just see what the parameters are.
What be those parameters?
Angle X, which I don't care about. X, Y position.
Yippee indeed.
Boop.
Ah, now I'm trying to multitask. Let's see.
Nice. We're
I just
yippieing.
have 4 left to do. I could do these. I could do 4. I can do 4.
But so, okay.
This is fun.
I know how I'm gonna do this. So basically, there's gonna be a dot, and that's where the mouse is actually. Okay? If that so if I make a dot, okay, that dot is where the mouse will actually be in this hypothetical scenario. Okay, so when the cursor looks like something, the mouse will actually be there. So when I click, this point is where I will be clicking. All right, that's what we're doing. Because what I want is we have, let me get the Edgeworth thingy open for reference. So he's pointing like that towards us. I don't know if I want to be... I want to be pointing towards the game. I think that's what I want. So... Alright, guys. I'm much more present now. I can talk. I can brain now. The art, that's
the
something
talk in the brain
that I know how to do on its own.
The talking and the watching tutorials, that's a whole nother level. We're not
The
quite
rigging,
at that level
I'm
yet.
not like as good at rigging yet. So this is the finger.
It's only when you
I wanna do
master a
it the other
skill
way.
can you begin to
Master is a
multitask
strong
it.
word as well, but you know.
I mean, I would call it master.
I do not think I have mastered art. So Mars, you haven't mastered drawing yet. Not drawing. Writing yet. Because you can't multitask it.
You know, the funny thing is, I used to be able to, especially for school essays. Like, I would literally
Dang.
be the person typing school essays while either having a conversation with my roommate or singing out loud to music.
That's insane. I never
I don't
could.
know why. For that just kind of clicked for me. But nowadays, it's definitely a lot harder. I think because, like, singing for me is a bit more automatic. Like, I know the words, I know the
Mhm.
melodies, like, I'm familiar with those, so it doesn't take as much. Meanwhile, talking with chat is like, I'm creating new thoughts every time I speak. That takes more brain
Thank you,
power.
Mason.
Unless, of course, I
It's
just
taking
choose to make
watch out,
SpongeBob
yes.
references all night. That takes less brain power.
Yes. Okay. So, guys, the goal here is also to make the Nakey so that the hand Nakey, so that I can put anyone's shirt on top of it. Sleeve on top of it. I don't like how that thumb is. Let's try that again. So right now I'm just gonna try to figure out how I want it to look, and then we'll deal with the cutting up later. Ah! Okay, I like that. I like that angle. That's what I like to see. Okay, okay. Gotta keep the hands warm. Well, the hand's naked underneath. The nakey's just for me to see. Okay, I like that.
The naked hand.
I like that because then I want when we click for it to like smoosh. I want.
Enthused, don't you go reporting us.
No, it's not NSFW. What happened here? Okay. Because so basically I'm gonna sketch out what I want every like thing to look like. So then I want like, you know, every parameter, I guess, to look like. That's the words I want to use. So I want when he clicks, I definitely want the finger to smush up a little bit. Like we're really pushing, you know, like we're really clicking it. Like boom, boom, yeah. I want some real squish. And naked's just for me to see. Yeah. How do I whip out a hand so fast? I like drawing hands, Allie. That's actually one of the... I do enjoy drawing hands, like a fair amount. Okay. So if we're like, ooh, boop, boop, boop. Okay. I'm like looking at how my hand pushes a button. And the wrist kind of comes up a little bit. So we'll have the wrist come up like that. And then the knuckles again are only kind of visible from the side a little bit. And then we'll have the thumb kind of come in like that. There we go. Am I a masochist? No. I'm definitely not.
Are you sure, Ori?
Yes, I am very certain.
I don't know.
I'm very certain.
I'm not so sure about that claim. But alright.
I mostly do lazy things because I don't want to do the annoying, painful thing.
And yet, occasionally, you do the annoying, painful
What do I
thing.
do the annoying, painful thing? I don't find hands to be annoying or painful. Thus, it's not the annoying, painful thing. Making a
There you
VTuber
go.
model. If you struggle, I mean, so, what? Everyone who struggles and perseveres is a masochist? Like, excuse me.
That's exactly what a masochist would say.
Or he was an explosive. If I'm anything, I am very much a saint. We inflict pain on others, like our characters.
That is very true. Even on not our characters, I inflicted on other characters. Hi,
Yeah,
Bash, I'm sorry.
exactly. Are you? You're not.
No, I'm really. Hey, he gets Wolfwood out of it.
This
I
is
torture
true.
him and then I give him a boyfriend. Okay.
This is
Come
true.
on. I'm not that
That's
mean.
the price to pay.
That's the boyfriend toll. That's the boyfriend tax.
Yeah, that's the boyfriend tax.
Trauma.
Okay, so see, it's gonna like bloop. So every time I click, it's gonna poke. Won't that be great?
That's gonna be really fun.
So that's the
I love
main
that.
thing that it does. It will also have some physics. So like the wrist will bend and the fingers will bend, so it'll do a little like bouncy. I'm moving my hand like you can see it do what I want it to do, but you'll see. It'll have some physics to it, which I'm very excited for. Same with the it's for the lore, yeah. Same with the like sleeve. Will have some physics to it. The sleeve I will be extra, and the sleeve will have the inner and the outer sleeve when it's applicable. So like you know, Edgeworth and Phoenix, they both wear a dress shirt that comes up to the wrist. So it'd have something like that. Well, technically, if I want to be accurate, a sleeve looks more like that. So it'd have something like that. I don't want it to be that long. I think we'll do it like that. Okay, yeah, we're making it 3D. I like that look to it. With the, like, cylinder bit, I like that. Beautiful. So it's gonna look a bit weird before you click. Problem is that the rest of the hand selects something. No. I don't know if I fully understand your problem, Estrock. Estrock. Jesus. Brain dead. Penguin. That was a stupid... I don't know what happened there.
That was woof.
You have nothing similar name, color, anything-wise. You're just both on Twitch. My apologies. Penguin. Jesus, I'm staring at your name. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fully understand. Yeah, I don't fucking know, Penguin. I don't know. The question, but basically, where the mouse is going to be is where this red dot is going to be. Okay, the red dot will not exist. The red dot is for reference, currently. Where the red dot is where the real mouse will exist. The hand will be tracking the mouse. And then when I click, it will poke the red dot. That's why it comes onto the red dot. It moves onto the red dot. I don't get to see the hand on my screen. So right now, when I use the custom cursor, okay, when we use this fingy, this is something I am seeing on my screen. This program that I downloaded, it's free, it's called Custom Cursor, and you can make your own cursors. Actually, it would, yes, Enthuse, it would squish if I press and hold, and it would stay poking the screen, is my understanding. So right now with this method, I do see the hand, and thus it is very important that where the point of the finger is where the point of my mouse would be, and that when, it does its whatever, I can't really show it, but so, like, the pointer of the finger in this scenario is where the tip of the normal cursor would be. I see this hand. However, when this is it, only you guys will be seeing the hand, which makes it better so that all of my, like, cursor shenanigans that annoy Dylan, I could do lots of shit. We're gonna have a stroke toggle. It will happen. I'm gonna make it happen. My brain died. Hold on. My brain died. Back up. I was saying words. But yeah, so there's gonna be different toggles. And so only you guys will see it. Just like how I don't see my VTuber when I'm VTubing, unless I'm looking at, like, the program. Only you guys will see the finger. And I want it to have a little pizzazz. So the big thing with this is gonna be, like, animating. To have these toggles that I want. Like, I want it to, like, do a snap. I want it to do... So, ideally, the cool things would be the stroke. I think that's very easy. The snap, debatable, we'll have to see. Slap, also possible with the stroke. Debatable censored middle finger. Well, turn into a zombie Mason, and then you'll be even more jealous, unjokingly. Because you want everyone's brain. But so, like I was saying before, we'll have the inner sleeve, and then we'll have the jacket sleeve, so we can have both, and both can have their own physics going on. And that they can sort of unsync from each other a little bit. That'll be pretty cool. Censored hand holding. I don't know if I want to bring in a whole nother hand to the equation. I was doing something.
That would be a lot.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna try to make it easier on myself. And I'm going to make the toggles just switch the hand position. Because that's like what a toggle normally is, right? Like, so it's toggle and your normal VTuber. And then you can do a thing and now you're like holding game controller VTuber, but everything still works. So I guess that I want what would be the stroke one will be just an up open hand. And then it can, like, tap the screen. You know, like, flatten on the screen. I think I know what I want. I love the poke, though. Poke is great.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I had just that and, like, a little bit of physics, I would be happy. But I want to go a little extra. You know, I want to do a little bit of something. We'll see how far Ori manages to get. Because then if we have the hand up, like oh, so what I was gonna ask is, we just want it cut off here? Do we want it to look like it's like a magical like portal thing? Is it just solid? I'm open to ideas, also just kind of thinking out loud. Because, I mean, currently it is just a disembodied hand, you know, and I'm not against that by any means. But I'm just curious if we had sort of a little more lore we could do. Bone? No, I don't want the bone. It has a sleeve. That could be a toggle, though, Enthuse. That could be a toggle. Not against a toggle option. We stand our disembodied hands? Yeah. I stand my disembodied hands. They're fingies. We call it the fingy. Now, the hand is attached, but the fingy is the part we care about. You know what I'm saying? We're here for fingy, not hand. Hand-san. Hand-chan. Where's my thumb end? There we go. But yeah, I like drawing hands. It is one of the things I actually do enjoy that a lot of artists hate. I did kind of like learn how to do it, and it kind of stuck pretty well. And sometimes I struggle still, you know, sometimes it's like, oh god, covered in paint.
It be that way
Pog paint.
sometimes.
Allie actually knows Pog paint. It's that paint splatter from the Atme case.
Yes.
The paint splatter on the floor. Okay, I'm making these fingers
Such a
way
classic.
too long. I gotta fix that. Partial to Black Void stump arm. We could do Black Void. I'm okay with Black Void.
Ooh. I'm alright with that. That could be kind of cool. It's pretty based, actually.
Yeah, I'm down for Black Void.
Let's do it. Black Void it is.
Bog paint. Okay. So yeah, so we have this hand where it's like up, but then we would have to have the hand where it's like splayed a little bit, like we've pushed into the screen. Beautiful. Oh, there he is.
A galaxy in the hole. Exactly.
So I
Ellie,
was
exactly.
debating that. Could be a toggle, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want a galaxy in the hole the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that distracts from Fingy, and I want Fingy to be the cool part. I want us to be the cool Let's Players that fucking have a VTuber hand. Like, that's the cool thing.
Yes, we want the cool shit.
I'm a little bit trying to stand out. Mostly, I thought of the idea when I saw that rabbit, and it was very cool. Yeah. Okay, so actually, so the way that this would be centered on the mouse would be like palm, like this. So we would have the, like, just floating hand. It's kind of relaxed. And then we have the press. Press. I need to give you more wrinkles in your bit here. You don't look like you're attached. There we go. Press. Nice.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
I'm sorry, Allie. It's just how it goes. So this is the Kabedon hand. It basically is. It will also be like the stroke hand, because then I can take this hand and I can go like, ooh, you know, ooh.
I feel like we should pick another name besides Stroke Hand.
The pet hand? What do you want?
That
Pick
doesn't
something.
sound great either. The Caresser. I don't know.
It's all bad. The caress. Is that the
all
cursor?
Terrible. It's all terrible. Instead of the cursor, it's the caresser.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Stroke just.
Okay, fine.
I've read fan fiction, Ori.
I know.
can't
I've
not
also
hear
read
it.
fanfiction. Okay, I'm sorry. The poke is beautiful. Boop. Ugh,
The poke is
boop.
really
I
nice.
can't.
And then-
I'm already in love. Thing. It is our little thing. I'm already in love. I'm already having the best of times. And the goal would
It was
be
the
able
best of
to.
times, and it was also the better of times.
The goal would be able to do this in a way where I can just change the color on it and I never have to like do any rigging again. Should be pretty easy. I think
Yay for that.
I'm pretty able to do that. Ooh. Okay. Let's make it easy on Ori and not go so ambitious. Let's have we have the flat hand, right? So this is how toggles will work, right? We have different hand shapes and then they all have to poke. Okay? They all have to poke. They all have to hit the thing when I click. That's what we're doing. So, we have the flat hand. So we have the pointer, classic fingy. That's the default. Then we have the flat hand. That goes splap. Like that. Splat. Great. Then we'll have... In my brain, I'm thinking like a fist. Because then it can fist bump the screen. And then I could also
Ooh.
pretend to punch people.
Is this the new bonk?
Because the one thing I want to avoid too much is flipping the hand over. That, to my understanding, is gonna be a nightmare to rig, and I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to avoid like a slap that involves like a third dimension that I don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? A bonk where I would like hold on the side. I've turned the hand. Like I don't want to do that. Having a bonk would be funny though. The only other problem with bonk is that it wouldn't bonk outside of the game. If that makes sense. Like I couldn't bonk us on the overlay because the cursor can't leave the screen
it would be
area.
stuck on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is... Okay. We have options here. The options are... we go all out on just having the pointy and the flat hand, the fist, and then we go all out on a bonk. But the way the bonk works, because I think I can make this work. This would be an ambitious thing, but I think we could do it. It materializes a gavel, and I have 2 separate toggles. Or 3, but I mean, I'm the one bonking, so am I really gonna bonk myself? But at minimal 2 separate toggles that involve like a mini Dylan or Mars plushie on the gavel flat. That little flat piece that the gavel strikes upon. And they bonk that.
That would be hilarious.
Okay. We could. I don't know what this little emoji is doing here in Thuse. A little bit? Can't spell ambitious without Ori. This is not true. There's no R in ambitious. But I like the effort. We're definitely doing fist bump. I feel like both are really good. I feel like I really want the censored middle finger solely because I think I would use it a lot. And I think it'd be really funny.
Oh no, I agree. I'm with you on that one.
So, let's see. It's only 10:30. I don't need this right now. So we do a little bit of that. I mean, Allie, it's how we got... I misread it. Ambitories? Yeah. Ambitories. There you go. I'm sorry. I misread it. I did. I did. I was too ambitious for that. Okay. Yeah, because then we got fist. Like this. And then we have the fist bump. I don't know why I made that so wide. Didn't need to be that wide. Yeah, so that's my biggest thing. I want to do it without changing the angle, and I think I can. I think I can do it all without changing the angle.
I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Okay, so it'd be something like that's the fist bump, fist bump, fist bump. Angle's a little stupid, but I'll deal with it. Right now we're in the planning phase. Fist bump, bump, bump. I like that. Okay, that feels good. Great.
Bump, bump, bump,
All right.
bump.
This is how the hand looks default. And then we smoosh. Okay, the hand is gonna have to turn more to the side. I feel like it's odd. I feel like it's not right. Hold on. That's too big of a liquefy. Too small of a liquefy. Yeah, that's better.
Too small, too big. Oh no.
We're good. We've fixed it. We've solved it. Great. Perfect. All right. Fantastic. Poke. Yeah. You would have to have this be like this, though. And then this would have to actually move forward more. Because you're actually over here, like this.
That makes a hell of a
Poke.
difference.
Poke. There we go. And then this comes down a little bit.
Oof.
What are we oofing?
My neck.
You missed a Cabadon joke. Yes, Estruck. You also missed me calling Penguin you for literally no reason. My brain just short-circuited. There was literally... I have zero explanation.
Already had a moment.
I short-circuited. Poke.
Ori
Poke.
was not having a
Poke.
good time.
This was the Cabadon joke, though. We have this, and then it clicks. Oops. Or it doesn't, because I'm dumb. We have this, and then it clicks. Click. Click.
Ooh.
Yes, we did talk about the Cabadon. Estruck's shadow.
The true self.
No.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess that's
Estruck,
kind of a good
Don't
thing.
tell it you're not me, or it'll turn into a monstrosity you have to face in combat with awesome music in the background.
Yeah, let's not have combat, I will say. Let's not do that. Alright. My brain died. What was I doing?
Oh no. Don't die, brain.
Sneezing. Okay.
You still got a half hour to go. You can do this.
No, I can do this. Okay. So basically, what I'm envisioning is we go from this hand to a gavel. How does a gavel hand look? Is this... kind of like... I'm trying to keep a general, not annoying angle. Okay. Outcast Street Fighter game when? Never. I ain't animating that shit. Okay, I think this'll work. We have it like this. And we're just making it a nice, simple hammer. Like I like to animate. Because then it can fist the hammer. Yes, I did say it a little sussy, kind of on purpose. But also kind of not on purpose. So we have this. The bonk's still gonna be hard. Because the motion I want is really... You have the little gavel stand with the little plushie on it. Like this or something. We'll give it a bun and glasses. This is Mars plushie. And, I need the bonk to come down on it like this. So, if this is how the gavel stand is, this is how the gavel has to be at this angle. Like that. And it's better if it kind of comes this way. Ooh! What if...
What if?
Yeah, exactly. I don't need fighting game stuff. Alternate universe where you make an outcast fighter game. What specials would the boys have?
Ooh.
Hotsun would have to be, like, a lot more, like... This would be tough. There's definitely, like, tail shit involved.
To be feral mode.
So, okay, the only fighting game I, like, know kind of well is, like, Smash Bros. So,
That's so valid.
I would say, like... Ferrex would have his, like, regular attack, like the combo attack, where it's, like, A, and then it, like, combos into other A's, and they kind of, like, change a little bit. That attack, he would do some sort of, like, little, like, acrobatics, nearly, like, B-boy-esque moves, right? Where it's maybe, like, claw, you know, kick, you like, there's something going on there. And then, Milano definitely has, like, one of his... Probably his, like, dash attack I could see being, like, a tail sweep. It would come down. I want Aver to be Ganondorf solely for the meme of how unenthusiastic Smash Announcers Ganondorf. Yeah. Milano's not, like, a wrestler person, I would say. They're definitely more... We have, Ferrex down as very Sanji and Sakura vibes in how he fights.
Oh, hell yeah. Sakura all the way.
Most characters have an up B recovery move. It's just which are better. Very few don't have any up B. Or you're saying it's just a recovery and nothing else? Not like a Meteor 2? Good night, Penguin. Well, good morning, Penguin. Little Mac, he has a baby one. It's just bad. It's just bad. Little Mac does have one. It's just bad. Okay. I know.
Never used Little Mac.
No. I mean, I know what the solution to the gavel is, and that is the hand's gonna become the gavel. We're not gonna have a gavel hand. The hand's gonna turn into the gavel, and then it's gonna slam down, and then I don't have to worry about weird angles and shit, and we're good.
Why are we squishing me?
Because you're easier to draw quickly than Dylan. Because otherwise it's like...
I'm being sacrificed.
The gavel.
Oh yay! I'm a
I'm
sacrifice.
King Julian.
King Julian.
Because otherwise, it's like the angle is really stupid for the hand, and I don't want to deal with that. But I really want the bonk to be a thing. I totally admit when he brought that in. Who do I think is
It's
the
just
most
too
forgotten
good.
Smash character? The one I won't name. Because I've forgotten it.
It's a cop out.
Like most not played. I'm trying to think of one that's just kind of blah. It also depends on like what Smash level we are.
List, aren't I? Smash Ultimate roster.
There you go, Enthuse. Knock knock.
Okay, whoever I see and go,
Min
oh
Min?
yeah, I totally forgot they were in this. That's my answer.
Rob, I remember Rob. Min Min is
Rob,
that?
I remember.
No, Nana and Popo are the ice climbers, right?
Yeah, Min Min is from the arm fighting game. Fuck, what was it called?
Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't know Min Min.
Min Min
from Arms, isn't that what it's called?
Literally just Arms.
Yeah.
It was literally from Arms.
That was like Nintendo tried to push that pretty hard. Yeah,
See,
that's
like
what
I
you.
remember
There you go,
the
Estruck.
old characters being in the game. Okay, I will admit, I think I forgot King K. Rool was in the lineup.
No, we know King K. Rool.
I guess I'm just more used to like more Mario-esque characters being in there.
No, I remember. There was a period of time when Wii Fit Trainer was like a decent
Terry?
pick. I'm sorry, say again.
Terry? He was a DLC fighter.
Terry. Problem with the DLCs is like I stopped playing Smash frequently over time.
So it ends up just being by default for
So there's like I don't know who the DLC are because I never played them. Like I'm pretty sure it was like the last thing I was like aware of coming out that I like played Smash with was Piranha Plant. And then I knew Steve happened, right? And that's like it.
Steve did happen, yeah.
And that's like the only ones I'm like in my head I know. So yeah, we'll have it like this. And we'll make it bigger. Because the hand can turn into that. And then smush you. Because that I think I can do easier. Especially if it's just like a plain old hammer like this. Like literally like a cylinder and not like a crazy gavel. I could probably do that pretty easy. But I want the bonk real bad, so. Yeah, there would have to be some shenanigans, but I think that's what I'm happy with. The Mii fighters? Ooh, yeah, not a lot of people use the Mii fighters. That is true. Fingy! Its name is Fingy. No matter what character it's representing, its name is Fingy now. Unless we want to name it something else. I will accept if chat usurps me in calling it something else. That is allowed, but you all kind of have to agree to a point where, like, I can't argue that it's not Fingy. Sketches. Yes, Oscar. Hello, Oscar. How are you?
Yeah, Oscar. I
did it with an I-E, Fingy. F-I-N-G-I-E. I may have struck if I type it into Google and realize what we're talking about. Ah, yes, I do know about Scrupulous Fingor, but I forgot his name. The, like, happy dude with the finger. Is just the head.
Just a happy guy, happy guy, happy guy.
Good night, Mason.
Night, Mason.
But yeah.
Fingor. It's the Fingor. Here, look at this treachery. I'm being squished by the gavel.
I know how I'm gonna have to
It's a
do
plushie of me
this.
and I'm being squished.
I know how I'm gonna have to split this up. Okay. We're having big brain moments here, okay? We're having big brain bits. Because if, in theory, we split the gavel, the hammer, that's not like that. That's too thick still, please. We make 2 discs like this, and they're separate. And the other disc is like this. We can then have the middle bit be the... Oh! Is that genius or is that stupid? Is that genius or is that stupid? Am I a genius or am I dumb? Am I not thinking this through correctly? Hold on. I may be really fucking smart. Let's do... We'll say the gavel is this color for now, and we'll make the whole thing that color. Go on the right. Shit! I already fucked up. This one. Okay. Like that. Can we not? Can we just... Thank you. Beautiful. We have these flat discs. Then, the thing between... Actually, no. I don't want this. I want... Okay, come on. We're braining a mile a minute. I want that. And then I want this area that this encompasses to be the middle bit. Like this. Okay, we're gonna have to move shit around. Ah, shit. I'm trying to do it fast and loose. But I want to be able to test if it works. Okay. Beautiful. Cover girl. Okay. Copy this. Move it over to there.
Beautiful cover squirrel.
Yep. Easy breezy, beautiful cover squirrel. Okay. Now if I take the outline color, we'll say that it's this color. We're gonna copy and paste this first so I don't fuck everything up if I screw up. Okay. Because then we'll do that, and then that. Yes, and then that. And then we'll put... No, and we'll do that. It's a solid tube. Because then if I put this on top, we can see that side, but I can make it so that this one comes up on top sometimes, so we can, and this one goes behind, and so we can see the other side. And then I've created depth without doing shit!
Very nice.
And then all I need is for this piece to also be this color. Like that, and that. And that. And then this. Like that. Ah, I did it stupid again. God damn it. I'm braining too hard. Okay. come here. And then this, and then this, and then... The laziness breeds invention, 100%. You're 21 and this is deep. From Cerci to circles. Oh my god. We're really big braining it right now. I'm taking... Basically, my goal right now is to take all the knowledge I learned rigging Cerci to make a really cool thing that I've never seen another Let's Player do. To our extent. Because we're not VTubers and then Let's Players, right? I don't need this piece. I don't need this piece.
It's kind of the opposite.
I don't need that piece. Okay. Yeah. Where's my thing? I did screw up because I'm a dumb. Okay. Cool. All right, so we have this is all different layers. Because then I think I know more what I need. Okay. We've changed the plan. We have this.
Laziness does breed innovation, Allie.
This one.
I kept trying to say animation, and that's not what I wanted to say.
Okay. We need this.
There's actually a post I saw today about the art of the bullshit. It's an important skill. You gotta have it.
No, that's not what I wanted. We do that with that. Okay. So we have a disc and then a disc. And these will be in one folder together. And they'll be called Gavel Top. And this is Gavel Top Color. And this is Gavel Top Line. And this is clipped to this. Great. And then we have this whole thing will have to be together. Like this. Stop. In a good at BS. Someone say you can even bullshit your way. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever tried. I wish I could say that. Okay. So then we have this, which is underneath Gavel Top. And this will be called Gavel Body. Beauteous. And then this is Gavel Body Color. And this is Gavel Body Line. Great. And then this is clipped to this. Okay, you have a hole in you because of this, and I can fix that. Goodbye, dot. I don't need the dot right now. Amazing. And then I'm just gonna copy this instead of being stupid. We're gonna move you down to the bottom. And this is now Gavel Bottom. Amazing. Fantastic. This is Gavel Bottom Color. Gavel Bottom Line. And then this goes behind Gavel Body. There we go!
Whoa, nice!
And then we can move it by, like, hiding and showing. Oh, yeah. I don't even have to make it behind. I make them both on top, and then we just hide and show. Ooh. There it is. I've done it. Amazing. Depends on who's on the Gavel's bottom. It's Mars. You're being smooshed.
Oh, I am now a pancake.
You'll just be like a squish. And Stretch, you're not gonna be like a flat pancake. We ain't bonking that hard. And I'm probably gonna make you bigger than that. So, you know what? Let's design how the plushies look.
I really want like an animated sound effect, like that little like squeak sound. Like,
Yeah, that will be something I would really have to like look into to get to work.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like bonk.
Yeah. I was literally thinking that too.
The dog toy noise. That's what.
Yeah,
I'm
the
thinking
dog,
of.
the squeaky toy. Yeah.
Squeaky toy. Thank you. Why could I not think of the word squeaky?
Okay. So this is just a rough sketch for how the plushie will look. I think that for us two girlies with glasses, we're just gonna have the glasses, and they're gonna be kind of comically large. We're not gonna have any, like, button eyes or anything. Dylan will have button eyes. I think that works well.
He's gotta have them. Be careful he doesn't end up looking like a Coraline doll. No,
he'll be cute. Or dead. Those are the options. But it'll be good. Okay. No. You'll understand.
Although, that would be funny if you squish with the gavel and the eyes go to
yeah.
little X's.
Yeah, exactly. Little stitch X's. That's what I was thinking.
That would be hilarious. Oh, look at my cute little bun.
Of course I'm gonna give you yarn hair like Miss Molly. We're all gonna have yarn hair like Miss Molly.
Beautiful. It's a voodoo doll. Be gentle with me, guys, please. No needles. Mars doesn't like needles.
It's just for bonking purposes, okay?
I'm not sure that statement helped.
I mean, a bonk shouldn't hurt.
The best of both worlds indeed, Allie. Dead and cute.
You don't have ears. That's how.
Oh my god, I love the little yarn bangs. That's adorable.
I'm just debating if you get yarn here or it would be like felt. No, you do get yarn. The texture's good. And of course you have your two little knitting needles still. Now in a bun that's actually like a little ball of yarn. Okay. Your head needs to be like rounder or something. I don't know. It's not right. This is giving it. I can see it. Enthuse. So it's not gonna look like front on like this. It is gonna be like this is the design, and then it is gonna like sit 3/4 because I think that's cuter. I need to make you just rounder. Okay, there we go. You were kind of getting a little flat, and I wasn't having that. Okay, what if I instead... Yeah, I want you to be, like, mostly eyes. Mostly glasses. I feel like that's the vibe I want to push here. And then there's no neck, obviously. We have little sacky body like this. And then little arms. And little legs.
So adorable.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
I love it.
This is great.
Kickstarter when?
Oh god. To look at your avatar a second. To see exactly how much of your outfit we're gonna shove onto it. Make circle all circle. I like the mild square. It gives it like a potato sack body.
It also reminds me of the little characters from either Scribblenauts or Drawn to Life.
Yeah. I'm
It's,
glad
like,
we think
super
it's
rounded
cute.
and super cute.
Okay.
It makes you want to bonk it.
Good! That's exactly what I want. Squeeze it!
Oh.
This is the goal! We've done it. Good. Okay.
I'm
So-
taking Squish Mars away from y'all until you learn how to play with it.
So all of your clothing pieces would be kind of flat. So we're just gonna give you a little flat color triangles. And then we'll give you your little corset dress number. So it has a little dress.
So cute.
Okay, I think like that.
It's a cabbage
You will
patch.
bonk Mars. You have to go, Ellie. Well, good night. I mean, we should be ending, so you're not gonna miss
no worries,
anything.
Allie.
I
We're
literally
gonna
just
go
want to
soon
finish
as
this.
well.
Oh, Mars, you have the little corset bit in the middle there. I have to add that triangle.
I do. And I got strings.
Oh, the strings are fine. It's just making sure we have
There are
this,
some strings on me.
and then we have little skirt. And then we can do the strings like this. The stitch works. Nice and easy.
Oh, we're being rated. Hello,
Oh,
Ixion.
hello! You guys always do this. I go a little long, and you guys rate us, and I feel so bad. We're making little bunk
Not
Mars.
our fault. We're
but
always
hello.
working on cool shit.
We are always working on cool shit.
That's not our fault.
I'm the skirt. I'm back and forth about. I might just give you. I feel like I like the legs too much to like cover them up that much. Get jump scared. You forgot this function. Yeah, here we are. Hello, welcome everyone. I made a VTuber. She's done. I did it. She's complete. Epic. Now we're making a VTuber hand because that will honestly be used more than the VTuber. And we did big brain stuff with it. Like, honestly, I'm a genius. Look at this big brain shit here. Look, it could be either side. Oh my god.
It's so
Oh
good,
my
you
god.
guys.
I'm a genius. And then I don't need those anymore. And yeah, we have Fingy that can poke. Ooh, poke. And then we have Hand that can Kabedon. Kabedon. And then we have Hand Fist that can punch. Punch. And that's what we're doing. And then because we bonk, because when mostly Dylan, but also sometimes Mars and even more rare Ori, make a bonkable offense, the horny bonk. We must be bonked, and I can't, and so the Fingy has to be able to do that, and so we're having little plushies on gavel pads here. I don't know what this is called. The gavel pad is what I'm calling it. So we're designing the little plushie, and this is the Mars little plushie. And I want you to have, like,
It's adorable.
seams. Not stitched seams, but, like, just visible seams, like that. I think that's cute. Gives depth. Yeah. There you go. So now we have plush Mars. And that's how stream has gone today. So very productive. We finally did it.
Very successful, I would say.
A month later than I expected, but not that bad, to be honest. Finished the VTuber. Pretty good. Pretty grand. A gavel block. Perfect. The gavel block. So this little Mars now will be made into... Not made. Just will be properly drawn in that position. Slumped over like... It reminds me of, Lilo's doll. Why am I blanking on Lilo's doll's name?
Ooh, I know the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
Scratch? Something like that. What? Because Pudge is the fish.
It might have been Scratch.
I feel like Scratch
Pudge is the fish.
name.
I think
Pudge is-
Scratch is right.
I'm gonna have to look this up to be sure. Lilo's doll.
We gotta fact check ourselves, guys.
Scrump!
You're Eepy. Good night, Pastry. You were
Scrump.
really close.
I was very
Ori.
close. Good night, Pastry Puff. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow for Ace Attorney.
Yeah. It's still tomorrow. It's not 12 a.m. yet.
I have no idea what day
Not
it
12
was.
a.m. yet.
That's what it was. All right, let's design the little Dylan one for a moment, so that at least the Raider people can get a little bit of time. Dylan actually has off, so I'm not getting tomorrow, so I'm not getting pushed out.
Nice.
Okay. Got little round head. See, Dylan's... Well, Dylan in real life still does wear glasses. His avatar does not. And the main reason is solely... Oh. That is true, Enthuse. That is true.
Ooh.
This is true. The little doll heads would probably make
not a
really
bad
good
idea.
emojis. The doll bodies, it makes, like, the size weird, but the doll heads would be pretty cute. But my brain has died. I lost my train of thought.
Emojis, the heads would be good. The bodies would make the sizing
Nope.
weird. That was the last thing you said.
It was about Dylan's glasses. And the reason I didn't give his avatar glasses is because there's a lot going on his face, because he's like the horns and stuff. And his original avatar also had like the cheek horns, like the cheek protrusions that he no longer has in his 2.0 model. But that good night extra. No, they might have to
Night
become
extra.
a little more prevalent enthuse because of that. All right. You know what? I'm not feeling this one as much, but I don't want to leave all of the raiders out and all of the people who stay this late. So we're going to show the Animini that's in the video for tomorrow, guys. You ready? We're going to do that.
It. This is going to be fun.
Let me save this a second. It will be in Fingy, I guess, and it'll be... Yeah, it's just save normally. I don't need to save as. That's dumb. Okay, I was being dumb. Hold on. I actually could have brought it up in Clip Studio Paint. Let me do that. That would be smart.
Do the smart thing.
Do the smart thing. What happened there? Did you die?
Oh, hopefully not.
Okay, that was very weird. Boop, beep, boop, boop. Oh, I think it moved and I actually clicked exit instead of embiggen. In smallin. Okay. Channel animations 2025. Okay, the animation is called Jingle Judge. That's all the info you get off the bat. Now I'm going to mute the background music. And we're gonna play Jingle Judge. And I'm gonna make it so I can make it as big as possible. Like that. All right.
Yes, so Enthuse, an Animini. It has
an
some
Animini.
animation, but not a ton. But it's not so
Yes.
it's not so storyboarded to be an animatic.
It has actual animation, but it's not fully complete, polished, or finished. All right. I
This
think
might be one of my favorites.
this should work. I love this one. The one that the Help Me sign did pretty good numbers on TikTok, and it actually made the episode, which is the one that came out last Friday,
Yay.
blow up. It's at like over 200 views, which is like wild for us. We're like
That's
lucky if we
really
get like at
crazy.
100 like early on. So that's pretty crazy.
Mhm.
It's definitely one of our most viewed videos by now. All right, here we go. I'll be
For good
quiet.
reason.
Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. Good point, Your Honor. Good point. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. Good point, Your Honor. Good point.
I love it. I love it so much.
I love Phoenix's little like.
I had to
head bang
add
at
that.
the end.
I had to add that.
It's
I
so
couldn't just
good.
leave it as Edgeworth going, good point, Your Honor, good point. I needed a little something of Phoenix literally dying inside. And I'm
surrounded by idiots.
I'm so okay. It's really funny. So I'll tell a little lore.
Guys, do we want to see it again? Really appreciate it.
Well, so really quick, Judge has the like W mouth here, the side 3 mouth. That was inspired by Rick and Morty. But the bigger thing is that I've been watching this. Okay, I've been looking at it's not Neil Illustrator, but there's somebody who uses the Neil Illustrator like designs and is making like comics, and it has like Cloud Odysseus and Cloud Poseidon, and it's a lot of shenanigans. But basically, there's sometimes little chibis, and they do like the little noise, and so I was like, I literally used that as reference of how I decided to draw the tongue for that moment. So we'll watch one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. Good point, Your Honor. Good point.
I love it so much. It's great. All right. That video comes out tomorrow, guys, so you should watch it. You could tell because all of the frames are in the thumbnail. Not all of the frames, obviously, but
Yes.
the stills are in the thumbnail. That's guys, basically not every time, but since the vast majority of them, if the thumbnail looks like my animatic vibe, my Animini vibes, there's an Animini in it, because that's the stills from it. Because if I'm putting in the effort to make the Animini, you know I'm using it for the thumbnail, because I don't got time to make another thumbnail.
Well, hell yeah.
We don't got time.
Why not? It's perfectly
And that's
good. There's
why-
no reason to not use it.
And that's why Puppy Phoenix doesn't exist, because I put an Animini in there and I forgot I was gonna do that. And thus we didn't get Puppy Phoenix. Some of you may rejoice.
Oh, Puppy Phoenix.
But ending. There we go. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
We appreciate it. I mean, hanging out. Thank you, Raiders, if any of you are still here.
Yes.
That was nice. We
Thank
stuck
you
around a
hanging
little
out
for
with
that.
us, listening to our stories,
Yes.
listening to
And thank
Ori
you for
work
everyone.
on the VTuber. And
Yeah,
thank you for the raid.
who's come
Oh my
along
gosh.
on the VTuber journey. We've done it. We finished it. That's really
It
wild.
is complete.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm pretty
That's
proud of that,
amazing.
because that honestly came together pretty fast. That was not that many streams. I'd have to count, but it definitely wasn't that long. And that's good. And that means making time is actually making time and getting shit done. Unlike Comic Corner, where honestly I don't get enough shit done. But thank you all for coming. We hope to see you tomorrow for Ace Attorney. And if not, have a lovely weekend. Otherwise, we'll see you then. Good night.
Yes. Good